Rain hammered the Seoul alley like bullets. Aisha's back hit the brick wall, her chest heaving, dark eyes blazing with terror and fury. Jun-young stepped closer, his designer suit soaked, jaw tight, danger radiating from every inch of him. "You don't get to run from me," he whispered, his voice a velvet threat. She shoved him hard. "Stay away from me," she screamed, but her hands trembled against his chest. He caught her wrists, pulled her close, and smirked that devastating smirk that made her hate him and crave him all at once. Thunder cracked. Neon signs flickered red and blue across their faces, and in that moment both of them knew this wasn't just attraction. This was destruction. Aisha didn't come to Seoul to fall in love, she came to survive. At 24, she'd crossed continents with nothing but a battered suitcase and a work visa she'd fought 2 years to get. Nigeria felt like a lifetime ago, the crowded markets of Lagos, her mother's worried voice, the suffocating weight of being the eldest daughter expected to send money home. Seoul was supposed to be her escape, her reset button. Instead, it became her cage. The agency placed her in the Kim household, a gleaming penthouse in Gangnam that looked like it belonged in a magazine. Marble floors, floor-to-ceiling windows, art that cost more than her family's house, and a cold, dismissive family who barely looked at her when they spoke. She cleaned, she cooked, she smiled when they criticized her accent. She swallowed her pride and reminded herself, this is temporary, just send the money, just survive. Then he walked in. Jun-young Kim. She was scrubbing the kitchen floor on her knees when she heard the door slam. Heavy footsteps, the sharp scent of expensive cologne and cigarette smoke. She glanced up and froze. He stood in the doorway like a storm-given human form, tall, broad-shouldered, dressed in all black. His hair was slicked back, his jaw sharp enough to cut glass. But it was his eyes that stopped her heart, dark, cold, and filled with something dangerous. He stared at her, she stared back. "Who are you?" His voice was low, bored. I'm the housekeeper, sir." His lips curved into something that wasn't quite a smile. "Housekeeper." He repeated the word like it tasted strange. Then he walked past her without another glance, his phone already to his ear, speaking rapid Korean she couldn't follow. But she felt his presence linger, even after he disappeared into his room. Who was he? She learned quickly. Jun-young wasn't just the son of the household. He was untouchable **, the youngest son of the Kim family, but the most feared. Whispers among the other staff painted a picture she didn't want to believe, underground dealings, dangerous connections, a man who smiled while he destroyed you. A **, Mafia boss **, hiding in plain sight. Aisha told herself to stay invisible, do the work, don't ask questions, don't make eye contact. But Jun-young had other plans. He started appearing wherever she was. In the kitchen at midnight when she cleaned, in the hallway when she carried laundry. Always watching, always silent. His gaze tracked her like a predator studying prey. One night she snapped. "Why do you keep staring at me?" He was leaning against the counter, tie loosened, a glass of whiskey in his hand. He raised an eyebrow. "Do I make you uncomfortable?" "Yes." "Good." He took a slow sip, eyes never leaving hers. "You should be uncomfortable. This world isn't safe for someone like you." "Someone like me?" Her voice shook with anger. "You don't know anything about me." "I know you're scared, I know you're alone, and I know." He stepped closer and she hated how her breath caught. "You're trying very hard to pretend I don't affect you." "You don't." He smiled then, a real smile, sharp and devastating. "Liar." She turned and walked away before he could see her hands trembling. But the line had been drawn, and neither of them could uncross it. 3 weeks later, everything shattered. Aisha was leaving the convenience store near the house when a black car pulled up. 2 men stepped out, thick-necked, cold-eyed, speaking in clipped Korean. They grabbed her arms. She screamed, struggled, but they were too strong. Then he appeared. Jun-young moved like violence incarnate. One man went down with a sickening crack. The other barely had time to reach for his weapon before Jun-young had him on the ground, knee on his throat, gun pressed to his temple. "Touch her again," Jun-young said in Korean, voice like ice, "and I'll make sure your family identifies you by your teeth." The men fled. Jun-young turned to Aisha, breathing hard, eyes blazing. "Are you hurt?" She couldn't speak, couldn't move. He grabbed her face, forcing her to look at him. "Aisha, are you hurt?" "Zenzo." "Good." He released her, ran a hand through his hair. Get in the car. I'm not. Get in the car, it wasn't a request. She got in. They drove in silence through the neon-lit streets, rain starting to fall. Finally, he spoke. They came for you because of me, because I've been seen with you, because in my world anyone close to me becomes a target. Her voice was barely a whisper. Then why did you save me? He turned to her, and for the first time she saw something raw in his eyes, something almost human. Because I can't stay away from you, and I've tried. That night she should have run, should have quit, should have put an ocean between them. Instead, she found herself at his door at 2 a.m., soaking wet from the rain, heart pounding. He opened it shirtless, tattoos snaking across his chest and arms, dragons, Korean script, symbols she didn't recognize. His eyes widened. Aisha, I'm terrified of you, she said, voice breaking. I'm terrified of what you do, who you are, what being near you means, but I can't stop thinking about you. I hate it. I hate you for making me feel this way. He stared at her for a long, agonizing moment. Then he pulled her inside and kissed her like he was drowning and she was air. And just like that, they crossed the line neither could uncross. For 3 months they lived in a secret world. Stolen moments, midnight conversations, his hand finding hers in the dark, her laughter softening his sharp edges. She learned he wasn't born into this life. He'd been forced into it after his older brother's death, to protect his family. She learned he hated violence but was terrifyingly good at it. She learned he dreamed of leaving it all behind but didn't believe he deserved a way out. And she fell completely, devastatingly in love with him. Until the day she found the file. It was hidden in his office, photos, documents, records. Her face stared back at her from a surveillance photo taken *** months before she'd ever met him ***. Her visa application, her family's address in Lagos, her mother's name. He'd *** known who she was before she ever walked into that house. The door opened behind her. Jun-young stood there, face unreadable. You knew, she whispered. This whole time, you arranged for me to be placed here. Silence. Why? He closed his eyes. Your brother Chidi, he owed money to very dangerous people. They were going to kill him. I paid his debt, but I wanted something in return. Information, access, I thought. He looked at her, anguish cracking his mask. I thought I'd use you, but then I met you, and everything changed. She felt her world collapse. So I was never free, I was always just part of your plan. No, Aisha, no. Stay away from me, she screamed it, tears streaming. Don't touch me, don't follow me, just stay away. She ran, and this time he let her go. 2 days later, Aisha sat in her tiny rented room, staring at a plane ticket back to Lagos. She should leave, forget him, forget all of it. But her phone buzzed, a message from an unknown number. They're coming for him tonight. If you ever loved him, warn him. A friend. Her hands shook. He'd lied to her, used her, broken her heart. But she knew deep in her soul that he'd also saved her brother's life, protected her, loved her, even if it was twisted and complicated and painful. She grabbed her coat and ran into the rain-soaked Seoul night. She found him in an abandoned warehouse, surrounded, gun in hand, blood on his white shirt. Jun-young, she screamed. He turned, eyes wide with shock and horror. Aisha, get out of here. No. And in that moment something shifted. His enemies hesitated, confused by her presence. Jun-young used that split second, moved like lightning, disarmed, neutralized, survived ***. When the dust settled, he collapsed against a pillar, breathing hard. She ran to him, cupped his face. You idiot, she sobbed. You beautiful, dangerous idiot. He laughed, a broken, relieved sound. You came back. I shouldn't have. I know. I'm still angry. I know. But I love you, God help me, I love you. He pulled her close, buried his face in her hair. I'm done with all of it, I'll find a way out. I promise you, Aisha, I'll find a way for us. You better, she whispered, because I'm not surviving this twice. Jeju Island, South Korea. Aisha stood on the beach at sunset, toes in the sand, watching the waves. Behind her, a small cafe with hand-painted signs in Korean and English, Aisha and Jun's coffee. Arms wrapped around her from behind, Jun-young rested his chin on her shoulder. Ready to go home, he murmured. She leaned into him, smiling. I asterisk am asterisk asterisk home. They'd left Seoul, left the danger, built something new from the wreckage, a quiet life, a small business, a future neither thought they deserved. It wasn't perfect, they still fought, still carried scars. But they were asterisk-free asterisk. And sometimes that's all love can ask for. Love doesn't erase the past, but it can rewrite the future.